Oh, cool. Interesting. Let's turn it out. Let's have some actual guitar signal. I'm very loud, I've just realised. But that's okay. Is that like a weird... Is that a light thing, or is that my camera thing? What's the deal there? There's a weird kind of like band thing. I can't get my sleeve down. Ooh, no, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Is that the light? Maybe that's actually on stream. Hello. I'm seeing things, man. It's all that mad stuff I'm on. Anyway, not been too bad. How are you all? Hello there, people of the troop. Hope you're well today. Hope you're feeling grand. Hope all's well. Have a C sus chord with a A. Got it to film in landscape today, but unfortunately with that one, like, you can't actually see the guitar. So the guitar, just so you know, I'm sure this will come up again, is Oswald #1, which is just a ridiculously amazing instrument. Orange TH30, and when I switch channel, it keeps making a loud bang. Can you help? What foot switch are you using? Is it actually an orange foot switch, or is it an aftermarket one? It could be this foot switch. It could be the amp though as well. Well, I hope so. Just got to remember not to play any songs that have copyright control, because otherwise we could end up in trouble. Well, end up in YouTube jail, let's put it that way. Cool. Good stuff. I think that for some reason, I don't know why, there's like a band across the top of the screen here that I can see. It's like a gradiented thing, and it's just a bit weird. Not using a foot switch. Oh, you're just using the actual switch on the amp. That'll be it then. It'll be the switch. It might be dirty. It might just be the way it is. I don't like the TH30 as an amp. I remember I demoed a TH30 years ago, and I didn't like it, and it's just one of my least favourite Orange amps. I don't remember if it bang. I mean, what does this amp do? If I... No, I mean, there's nothing on the... I'm using the Orange Super Crush at this point in time, and that's not banging around. I would say that's a switch thing. Maybe get it... If you've got an amp tech, you can take it to... Maybe take it to them and see what they say. It might just be dusty. It might just be dirty in there, and when you flicking it, the connection isn't quite as good as it could be, and it just could be dirty. Do you still think the 100 Mark 1 Katana sounds better than the Mark 2? No. Something was wrong with the one I had. Having since used the 100-watt Mark II Katana, I'm convinced that they're both amazing. Mine was amazing as well, and I wish I hadn't sold it, but I needed to because, you know, life! Mine was amazing as well. It's just the fact of it needed a factory reset. I don't know what had happened to mine, but as soon as I factory reset it, heaven was laid out in front of me. Then the Mustangs. I love Mustangs. Yeah, I really want a Mustang, but I have yet to find the one, if that makes any sense. It's like SGs. I really love SGs, but I'm yet to find the one. So I'm waiting. When the right Mustang comes up, I will, well, hopefully, I will have it. But until then, I don't have one. But I love Mustangs. They're fantastic guitars. No snow, sadly. Use the Line 6 Pod Go. No. I'm hesitating because I'm thinking. What was the one I got? I can't. No, I don't think I. No, I haven't used the Pod Go. No, I used the Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, no, I've never tried the Pod Go, but I love pods. The original pod is such a great pedal. Well, it's not a pedal. Well, it kind of is a pedal in a way, isn't it? But it's not. What's the next guitar in your wish list? I don't know. I don't really have one. Just depending on what comes along, really. I recently got this one. Oh, I recently got this guitar. This is a Revelation. What is it? It's a RFT DLX Revelation. So 2 humbuckers, Jaguar Jazzmaster style tremolo, like a roller bridge, Les Paul-esque layout, Telecaster body. Really, really heavy guitar. Proper heavy. Even though it's thin line, it's really heavy. But I recently got that. So when I get around to it, I will do a demo of it, but it's not going to be for a while yet. It's not going to be for a couple of months until I get a demo out on that thing. But I don't really have a list of guitars that I want or will buy. It's just whatever comes along. I can't afford anything right now because it's January. So, but anything I can kind of afford that tickles the pickle, so to say, not in a rude kind of way. I want to try. That one had been up for sale. I didn't actually buy that one. I traded. I traded something for that. Because I had no money, so I was like, I really want it, but I haven't got any money to buy it. So I was wondering if this guy will take a trade, and he did. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'd been looking at that for about 2 weeks on Marketplace, and I was like, oh, I kind of want that. Yeah. Do you produce all your backing tracks? Yes, I do. I do them all on a looper. There's nothing pre-recorded or anything like that. Unobtainium pal? No, I haven't. How do you get an ambient effect? Well, at this point in time, that's the Strymon Cloudburst, which is like one of my new favourite happy things in the world. So I've just realised I'm not quite in the shot here, am I? Let's angle you up a bit more, people of the tube. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, that ambient sound right now is the Cloudburst by Strymon, and it's just insane. There's another really cool pedal as well. It's called the Afterneath, which my friends Marja and Nicole gave me, and that's insane. It's just insane. Where does Rory Gallagher rank for me? He's kind of he's in the top 5 guitarists of mine. You ever visited Mr. Oswald? No, not yet. No, but I would like to at some point. Yeah, Rory's up there with top 5 for me. It's John Frusciante, Jimi Hendrix, Mike McCready, Rory Gallagher, and Peter Green. They're the top 5. Obviously, John's number 1. Do you watch Chords of Orion? No, I don't know what that is. I have a Hartwood amp, which I kind of like. Recently discovered. Oh God, these go fast when it gets going. No, POTT. People of the Tube. I'm gonna get t-shirts printed up with I am a POTT. POTT. Howdy. Thoughts on proposed Anthony Kiedis movie? I don't think there should be a movie made at all. Personally, I don't think there should be a movie made on any of that. Especially not Anthony Kiedis' life. You know, he's had a really, really interesting life, but let's, you know, are we going to go with that film? Is it going to go all out and be completely honest? Because let's face it, Anthony's done some pretty horrific stuff. You know, he's a lucky boy to even be alive, like they all, you know, like John is. His book was good, yeah. I mean, the book's amazing. It's frustrating the amount of times he relapses. That's the one thing that really got my nerves. I was like, yeah, I got clean and then I did drugs again. You know, for the 18th time, Anthony, learn. But yeah, I get it, yeah. Whoa, I don't know what happened to that message. I couldn't even see. That was weird. Sorry, I missed that. Something about left-handed. Let me scroll back up. What was that? Any tips on get the picky in hand, non-dominant show? No, because I never got that far. I gave up. I had to give up doing the left-handed guitar because, again, I just didn't have time to practice as much as I wanted on it. And all the time I did have to play guitar, I was working on new trio songs and just kind of like, you know, and keeping my left hand. So I just kind of knocked it on the head to the point where I'm actually thinking of restringing my left-handed strap back upside down again so I could have it as a Jimmy strap, because that guitar's amazing and it's just sat not doing anything now, which just seems a total waste to me. Drug counselling happens to a lot of people. I know. I've known a lot of people who they get clean and then they're not clean again. It's horrible, it really is. I mean, I'm really glad people eventually get there. It's amazing. And I think that, you know, that's such a hell of a thing to have done, you know, and such respect for that. But yeah, it's like Eric Clapton's book is the same thing, and the amount of times he relapsed as well was insane. Is the trio merch available yet? No, soon. It will be soon. Not quite sure what we're doing with it yet, but we'll see. Portugal, just want to say thank you. There's a nice change. A minor, B, and then C. That's actually a G, so it's kind of like a B root with a G major. Just a great sound. Good evening. It feels weird. It feels like I'm looking down. I can't. When the camera's t'other way, when it's horizontal, it makes a lot more sense. When it's horizontal, it's odd. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that, Mike Homar. Thank you very much indeed. Deep I don't care. Radius doesn't bother me. I don't really think about it. You know, I really don't care. It's like fretboards. Like, you know, what do you prefer, maple or rosewood or ebony? I don't care. If the guitar's good, I don't care what it's made out of or what there is in it. You know. Merry Saturday indeed. Howdy. Trio coming up Manchester area. Hopefully. Fingers crossed and all that. Oh, by the way, my internet is acting the goat. So if it randomly cuts off for some reason, that's probably why. I'll try and come back on. If it does go off, it goes off, and I'll try and come back on. But we'll see where we end up. Do you like lacquer on necks? I don't mind it, but I prefer no lacquer on necks. That is one thing I do prefer. This guitar has got no lacquer on the neck whatsoever. But some necks, I mean, some of my guitars have got lacquered necks, some don't. Some I don't really care. So some I kind of wish I could get rid of it, but I can't because of certain reasons. So. But no, I do like just when the neck's just wood. It feels great. I'll try something. There are some tone change and tempo in my looper while I plug it. Put on a tone change and tempo change. No, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't really. I haven't experienced anything like that before, so I don't really know. Sorry. Yeah, amps can make noise even on 0. That happens. It depends on the amp. Some amps are dead silent on 0. Some are a bit annoyed. Like my Marshall Studio Vintage doesn't technically go off. Neither does my high watt. When you turn the volume all the way off, there's still a little bit of noise. Maybe it's the looper that changes the tone. Possibly so. I've never really experienced anything like that, so I don't really want to say anything because I just feel like it'd be wrong. For when I record, I use an Apollo. I used to, for the longest time, I used an M-Box with Pro Tools, but I've recently changed to an Apollo and Luna. But I'm not really in a recording phase right now. I'm working on songs for the new trio album, which we're going to go and record at the end of February. So we're going to record that album at the end of February, but it's not going to be released till maybe later this year. With probably maybe October time, because we're going to release a live album first. Because we've got our first album out. Then we did we're going to release a live album of the first album. Some of the 7 songs off the first album we did live, and then we'll release the second album somewhere around October time. Nice background, thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. Queenie got me it. I really like it. I have no idea what that means. Evening, what's your dream guitar and amp? My dream guitar is my 62 Strat, and dream amp is any of the ones I've got. I'm happy, Anything else that comes along from this point on is just a bonus. Full wizard. Yes. Look, I am a tree. It's all growing out my head. Which makes for a change. Things growing out of my head and not falling out of my head. Oh, itchy snout. Oh, I do apologise for you. I'm just going to blow my nose. Well, not blow my nose, blow my nose. Ah, yeah. I noticed somebody had mentioned about the Sub-Zero being changed names. You explain how to get fast repetitive licks up speed. Practice. Just doing it over and 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 over again for months and weeks and years. It's just a case of it's just a case of starting off slow. Just gradually speeding up. It's all practice. There's no shortcuts. You just have to work. What you put in, you get out. If you don't put anything in, you don't get anything out. If you put half in, you get half back. If you put all in, you get all back. Hope you had a good tea. We're ready to clean the pot on this guitar for volume pulse. It's got a scritch to it. Very cool. Nice. Use a freeway. What was that? No, I don't care about. All this 10-way switch, blah 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 stuff. It literally it's not interesting to me at all. I'm not interested in trying it. I don't care. If there's a guitar lying around with it in it, I'll give it a go. I can guarantee I won't like it because all my Strats, well, mainly all my main Strats are 3-way switches. I don't like 5-ways. I hate the in-between sounds. Those 2 pickups and those 2 pickups. I can't stand that sound. It makes me aggravated. So no, I'm not interested in it. I've never tried it. If there was a guitar there with it, I'll try it. I don't think I'd like it. Invariably, I use the bridge and neck pickup only. I'm like Richie Blackmore in that way. I don't really use the middle pickup a great deal, although it does sound great. But yeah, I don't care about that kind of thing. I'm not looking for new sounds. The sound a Strat makes with a 3-way selector and 3 pickups is my heaven, so I'm happy either way. Don't know. You're asking the wrong person there. I'm not bad, yeah, I'm not bad. Do you think the difference between amps is overhyped from a tone standpoint? Yep. Weird question, a sensible young man. And your name? Is it ironic? Because, a sensible young man asking those kind of questions. Must be ironic. Anyway, so someone who's not afraid to be. Cheers, thanks so much. Yep. What's for Shani's best studio album and why is it in Empyrean? So I don't think it is, but that's again, this is what it comes down to. It's all personal preference. I mean, personally, my favourite John album of all time is Inside of Emptiness, followed by The Empyrean, Shadows Collide with People, Neandra, you know, all that kind of thing. But to me, my favourite John album is Inside of Emptiness. I think to me, it's the best album that I just love it. To me, it's my favourite John album. And that'll never change. You know, I love The Empyrean. The Empyrean is a masterpiece. It really is. But there's something about Inside of Emptiness, to me, the songs on Inside of Emptiness, they connect way more than some of the songs on The Empyrean. The Empyrean, to me, is a point of a period of time in my life that, you know, I have some fond memories and some not so fond memories. But Inside of Emptiness, to me, is timeless. I don't associate it with one period of time. And when I hear it now, I love it just as much as I did when I first heard it. What do you think about new Gibson amps? I don't really have an opinion. I mean, I won't be buying one. Simple as that. Again, if there was one around for me to try, I would try it. But I wouldn't buy one. You know. They're no good for me anyway, because they're too small. I like big amps. I like 100-watt heads and cabs. Love a Buy on a Trio's new website. You're determined to make it work. No worries. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for checking out the website as well, by the way. Thank you. How are you finding working with Midnight Magnet? Really well. Really good so far. Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting year. Let's put it that way. It's going to be a very interesting year. Yay! Nice. I hope it'll look good. My neighbours don't like big cabs. Yeah, I know. Neighbours don't like big cabs, but, you know, you make them like it, don't you? You just turn it up really loudly and you say, you know, you like it, or I just keep pummeling you. Dave's Tips 101. Don't necessarily follow him. The OC5 Octave. I'm pretty sure I've tried that. I'm pretty sure I've tried it. I do like the Boss Octave. 100-watt head, hope it's really bad Sub-Zero. Yes, I remember you saying, somebody said, yeah. Is cottage cheese the only cheese that is guaranteed to please? No. It's not. But it's a good question. Have you ever thought about doing a video teaching breaking down your Anderton solo? No. Never entered my mind. I don't really think about teaching anything I play, because half the time when I play something on the guitar, to me it isn't good enough. It needs to be better. You know, I'm always looking for that extra percentage on top of what I'm already doing. I'm very hard on myself in that way of going, no, it's not good enough. So it never occurs to me to people actually might want to learn something I play, because to me it's never good enough. So my brain stops there. You know, it's like, it's crap, Dave. You should be better. Exactly. Yeah, you just turn them up all the way, and then even though banging on the walls or whatever, you know, too bad. Why is Queen not on? Because she's at home. She's in Worcester. I'm not. I'm in Laos. Why did you do the How to Play Like John Frusciante playlist? Why did I do the playlist? So everyone can find all the videos, because they're episode. It was kind of episodic. So, like, you know, 1 to 22, and they're all in one place then. So if you click on the playlist, you can go through them and see which one you want to go to or whatever. You know, I just thought it'd be easier for people to do it if I did it in a playlist instead of just kind of the odd video scattered around here and there. This guitar just sings. Favourite music venue? One of them is the Flying Circus in Newark. No worries. Do you value... who? I don't know who David Roback is. Are you missing your East Coast Gold Top? Yes. Very much. I miss all my guitars that are not here, and I miss all my guitars that are in storage all the time. I don't like being limited to how many guitars I can have on me at a given time, but is what it is. You know, space is what it is. But yeah, I mean, the guitars I've got at Queenie's I miss as soon as I leave them. the guitars I have in storage, I miss as soon as they're in storage. I'm just like, I really want to play my Tokai Strat, and I can't because it's like, you know. Anyway, one day I'm just going to buy a massive. I wish. Let's just stop that right there. Do you like the Gary Moore signature Les Paul? Yes. Would you ever consider? Yeah, I would love a Gary Moore signature Les Paul. When I was at Old Hat, that Gary Moore signature Les Paul was the Les Paul I went to. I played that guitar every day. I was there for about 2 years, and I wish I could have bought it. I wish I could have afforded it, but there's no way. Even now, there's no way I could afford one. They're really expensive now, even more so when they were then. But the Gary Moore signature Les Paul is... I've tried 2 or 3 of them, and they're just amazing. Absolutely amazing. The no binding and no binding on the neck is really interesting as well. Oh, dropped my plectrum. It just looks a bit different. But they're amazing guitars. I would love a Gary Moore signature Les Paul. But again, so expensive these days. There's a Gary Moore chord for you. So it can be something. Sorry, I missed that. What was that? Send you a Gary Moore SIG guitar, but if it doesn't arrive, it probably means I didn't send it. No worries. Love it. Won't interest you. Why you recorded the classes. I see a lot of people playing the Strat the way John plays, but no one teaches exactly like he does. Why did I do him? It's because I love John Frusciante. And I thought I would pass on the knowledge that I'd learned to other people who wanted to learn to play like him. Simple. You know, any knowledge you keep for yourself about something you know about, something like, you know, if you learn how to do something a certain way and then you keep all that knowledge to yourself, it's wasted knowledge. It's pointless. Knowledge is designed to be learnt, to be passed on to others. Knowledge isn't ours to keep selfishly as ours. You know what I mean? Knowledge is everyone's. So if you know something that somebody else doesn't know and they ask you how to do it, then you tell them. You don't go, no, not telling you. You know, you tell people because, you know, it's good. There's no point hoarding stuff. I can't play any songs, copyright songs, because of copyright. I don't want to end up in some trouble with YouTube because of that. How high do I rate Cathedral City? I really like Cathedral City. I haven't had it for a long time, but it's up there. It's up there. It's pretty good. It's Name That Wah pedal. Yeah, I can believe it. I think I saw one the other day for about 4.5. It was just ridiculous. When I was at Old Hat, we had ours up for. We had one originally, and then we got another one in. There was 2 Gary Moores in Old Hat when I left, and we had them both up for, I think it was about 1,700 to 2,000. I can't exactly remember the exact price, but it's somewhere in there. Good evening. Are Oswald guitars affordable and cheap? They're not cheap, no. It's because they're handmade guitars. You know, Nick puts a lot of work into these things. They're not a cheap guitar, no. But what you get is an amazing guitar. And handmade guitars feel different to like a machine-made guitar. You know, this guitar feels way different to, say, that Revelation over there. There's a slinkiness, I think, to handmade guitars. Have you replaced guitar pickups with Tone Rider City Limits? Not yet, but I have plans when I have money to afford to do so. But no, not yet. But again, like I say, I'm broke right now because it's January. Marshall Bluesbreaker issue. Ace. Awesome. 78 people and 2 likes. Actually, it says here, it says to me, it says 174 people and 70 likes. YouTube bending the world again there. Boxing reported it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody comes on who's just a, oh, look at me, I want attention because, like, I'm being all wacky. Thank you for, just report them. Get rid of them, Let them go back to their little hovel in the ground. So I always imagine that's where they live. Like we're like trolls living under bridges going, I'm going to scare passers-by. Weirdos. Anyway, price of a Gibson. Yeah. Who's going to pay £1,000 for pickups? Are you actually mental? Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Nope, it's not a mini crybaby wah. I'll play it again. What's the wah wah? What do you think about the Kirk Hammett Epiphone Greenie? Personally, I hate the way it looks. It looks cheap, nasty, and horrible. My vintage Lemon Drop looks way more in the style of. Personally, I think the Epiphone looks cheap and nasty, and I don't like the satin finish. I think that's tacky, but it's me. The Gibson headstock looks stupid with an Epiphone logo. Just, it's weird how you get the Gibson headstock with the Epiphone logo. I remember back in the day with my Epiphone Les Paul, I stuck a Gibson logo on my Epiphone. And I know quite a few people who did do that, but you still had the Epiphone headstock. I don't know, the world's gone weird in that way. Personally, I don't like the Epiphone Greenie. I wouldn't buy one. Again, I would try it if there was one there, but just the way it looks is just so cack. But that's me. And to be honest with you, to me, it just looks like the Epiphone Lazarus Les Paul with the net pickup flipped. But that's me. Yeah, you have to pull a face. Yes, you've got it. WH10, nice one, and it's overpriced. Yeah, it is. But yeah, it's a WH10, and you've got to pull faces when making wah. You got to look a bit like Paul Gilbert. Otherwise, what's the point? Does a headstock affect tone? I don't think so. No. Just bought a Les Paul coffee by Antiquity Goods. Guitar action was high but easily sorted. Nice. I want to get I really want to get the Antiquity SG, but every time I go to get one, they're out of stock, and it's like a month. It's like 6 months waiting period or something like that. So me, but I really wanted to get the Antiquity SG. I really want to try that. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. £5, thank you very much. I'll try, but I can't promise anything. But thank you very much. There it is. That's how to say thank you on guitar. Do you still sell mugs? No, not at this point in time. Yes, Jeff Buckley. You can't go wrong with a bit of Jeff. You get like in trouble for like humming Jeff Buckley songs. It's copyright you're humming there. And he's back with sweeties. Nice. That makes me feel really happy. I can't wait to get my hands on one now. Like I said, I really want to just get the SG. I've looked at like the 335, the Strats, and the Les Pauls, but I really want the SG because it's got the bat wing for a start, which is what I really want. But I never seem to have one in. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. Vox Silvertop, whatever that one is. I'm a tea man. Don't like coffee. Do a very enjoyable machine gun by Jimi Hendrix. I try. Do you know what the difference between Kurt Cobain Jaguar and standard Jaguar are? Yeah, there's loads. Loads of differences. Mainly electronics. And the small headstock, which is a bit weird. It's always strange to see a Jaguar with a small headstock. Recommend some good machine heads for an acoustic. I don't really know. I can't. People of the Tube, help out. Any really good machine heads for an acoustic guitar? I don't really know of any. Because I've never really had to change any. I don't really change acoustic headstock. Machine heads, really. I don't really change them. If they're good, they're good. Wish I do a cheaper Johnny Marr Jag. Yeah, that'd be nice. The Johnny Marr Jag's really cool as well. Favorite YouTube guitar channels? I don't have many. Crimson Guitars is probably one. Pete Thorne, who I just love, and he's my favourite guitarist on YouTube, next to a couple of others. Obviously, I love watching. I've been watching Anderton since they started, and that's never changed. So I'm already struggling. I know those three really well. I like Trogley's channel. Just because I like learning the history behind guitars and seeing them in the insides and outs. The Guitarologist, Brad, Guitarologist, is a legend. I love his channel. I'll say that's probably about it. I don't really watch any. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube guitarists. I really don't. Thank you. Any sounds like episodes coming? I don't think so. No, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been at Anderton since April last year, so take out from that what you will. Do I watch Grim Life Collective? Yes, I do. I've been watching them for a long time. I stumbled across them. Oh God, years ago. They were doing a video on something, and I just stumbled across them. But yeah, I do watch them. Yeah. Is that reverb always on kind of effect? That reverb is always on kind of effect. I do always have a reverb on. Yes, it's invariably from the amp, which is down here, which you can't see. But yeah. Yeah, they were in England, weren't they? Yeah. I love their video recently-ish, about them doing the Nosferatu filming locations in Germany. That was well cool. Getting sugared off my head here. Haribo sweets and Coca-Cola, crikey. Guitar synth. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I can't really say. Sorry. Coming from Guitarist Daz is cool. I don't think I know that channel, but I don't watch it. Yeah. Do I like Ibanez Tube Screamers? No, I don't. Not even slightly anymore. I can't stand them. They sound great in front of a cranked amp, but the way I run pedals, they don't sound great. Piece you play. Is the piece you're playing at Paris Fashion Week your own? No, it's John Frusciante's song. It's called Before the Beginning, and it's off the album The Empyrean. Have you ever had volume still coming through amp? Yes, all the time. Some of my amps do it, some of them don't. I bet you wouldn't get a flag for playing Jeffrey Toro. Probably not, especially if I stood on one leg, which again you can't see because, you know, landscape. Can you recommend the vintage brand? How is their guitar as out of the box? Up to a certain point, I can recommend them. I mean, the Vintage recently sent me 2 guitars, well, recently, last year, and they were really good. Now, I don't know if they were set up just for review, but I don't know. Good guitars usually start out of the box, though. Thank you very much indeed. There you go. There's your answer from somebody who knows, because I don't really know. The last guitar I bought from Vintage was my Peter Green Lemon Drop, which I got, I don't even know when, how long ago. You know, I think it was about 2015, 15. I don't actually know. But Vintage have been a difficult company to deal with for me for a long, long time. I initially became an endorsee of Vintage when I worked at Old Hat Guitars in 2013, 2014. And that was when I started using their guitars, especially the V6 Icons. And then what happened was they just proceeded to be uncontactable and difficult, and also not very inclusive. And I could go on. Are you familiar with Tom Morello Frusciante beef a few years ago? No. What was that? You need to tell me what that is. Please write in the comment. What was their beef? Because Tom Morello is not one to talk. Are drugs necessary for creative uses? No, not even slightly. Does Boss Dual Cube, should I buy the separate foot switch? I would get a looper pedal. The inbuilt looper on them is just frustrating. Get a looper pedal. Get like something like the Boss RC10 or like a Ditto or something. Broken promises. Yeah, I had a lot of them. In all fairness, I'll just say this. I signed up to Vintage and they were very, very, very... oh, thank you very much indeed, Darren Devereaux. No worries. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I signed up to Vintage to obviously endorse their product because I thought they were really good, and they were good. And I started using the V6. And then basically they never really included me on anything. I never got any emails or anything like that. It became really hard to get a hold of them, and eventually I just gave up on them. And eventually, when I noticed their quality control had just gone out the window, I was just like, I don't want people to buy these guitars and come back at me, and which is what was happening. People were buying the Vintage V6 Icons and the Vintage Lemon Drop, which I had endorsed very highly, and getting it and getting a very lackluster guitar, and then they were blaming me for it. So I stopped using them, and that's why I've cut the headstock logo off my Vintage Lemon Drop, sanded off the logos, and saying that. But it's they weren't interested in me at all until I did the Andertons interview. Then all of a sudden it was like, oh, do you want any guitars to demo? And I was like, well, where were you a couple of years ago when I asked to demo your guitars and you said no? Anyway. Very, very difficult company, very frustrating company. I love Vintage to bits, but working with them has been a chore. It's been hard work. Well, I haven't been able to work with them. Simple as that. Vintage Lemon Drop rather than a Lemon Drop. Yeah. You'd probably get more out of it. But it was one of those things where, like, for a long time, every time I saw a Vintage in a guitar shop, I'd pick it up and would just be like, are you serious? And a lot of people I know around that time said these guitars are just bad now. And again, like Mr. Paulie said, the guitars out of the box are just terrible. They need setting up. I remember when my V6 Icons arrived, and they were just perfect out of the box. My my V100 Lemon Drop was perfect out of the box. What other guitars did I get from them? A couple of others. They were just perfect. And then, I don't know. It's insane, it really is. I don't have any ill will against them at all. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I love Vintage, and I will recommend Vintage guitars, just the old ones. I've got no real experience with the new ones. I've heard they're really good. Again, people can chime in there. But I can only go off my experiences, and my experiences with that company have not ever been really very good or favourable. You know what I mean? So it didn't really, if you want to be kind of thingy about it, it didn't really make much sense for me as a career move to advertise their products because I was getting nothing from it. But I did it because the guitars were brilliant and they were affordable. But, I don't really care about anything from that. I still had to buy the guitars, granted at a reduced price, but yeah. Are you still using the Q8 camera? Yes, I am, yep. Yeah, I'm still using the Q8 camera. It's amazing. I love it to bits. People have a bit of a funny thing about the fisheye. I like it personally because you get to see in a very small room like where I film. I never film in very big rooms. You get to see more. If I had a camera, if I was just filming it all on my iPhone, you wouldn't see a great deal. But with the Q8, with the fisheye lens, you can see so much. And again, the ability to just plug mics in. Heaven. Anyway. They were doing. They're other people who were doing it for them. Marshall Jackhammer really helped with dialing on my tone. Awesome. Happy to hear that. Golden Plexi versus Jackhammer. How do you use them differently? I don't. I use them both the same. But I've done a video on that anyway. I've done a video like pitting the two together, and to me, I just prefer the Golden Plexi. It's more of the sound that I want. The Jackhammer's amazing, and I wouldn't sniff at it. But if I had to use it, but if I have a choice, it's the Golden Plexi because I just love them. JHS, yeah. Nudged his way between John Frusciante and Junior Page so he could stand next to his idol. Yeah, well, that sounds about right. I can't play covers. Copyright. Childish move. Yeah, well, I get that impression with Tom Morello, to be fair with you. And again, Rage with the Machine. What do you expect? I saw a thing the other day about Rage Against the Machine. Like, Tom Morello had said, like, Rage Against the Machine will never ever play live again. That's it. And the comments were all good. About time. They've totally lost all favour. It's insane. Such a fall from grace. Very personal question. I live with my dad. Simple as that. I'm lucky. I live with my dad because I can't move out. Can't afford that. So yeah, I live with my dad. Do you still recommend a custom KG100? Yes, I do. I would still have mine if I didn't have to sell it, but such is life. Yes. Yeah, cheers. Thanks very much. Yeah, I'll see you there. Yes, for anybody who doesn't know, we're the Dave Simpson Trio are playing the Birmingham Guitar Show on the 2nd of March. We're on at 4 p.m. and I'm really looking forward to that. I've never played a guitar show before, so it should be very interesting. Jackhammer today, very good price. No worries. Yeah, the Jackhammer's a great pedal. It's a great all-around pedal as well. It does overdrive, distortion, does everything. It's really great. No. Dad plays tin whistle, accordion, guitar, banjo, mandolin, some crazy instruments, bagpipes. My dad plays everything. Do you test new Harley Benton Strats coming next out? If I can afford to buy them, I will. Yeah, I want to give Harley Benton another go. That's Harley Benton are another company that I've had a lot of bad history with. And maybe I'll talk about that one day. But I haven't had a very good time with Harley Benton. But I would like to give their guitars a go just because I'd like to be able to know what to recommend if somebody said what's a good cheap guitar. So yeah, because obviously there's the Squier Sonics, which are just insane. But hello to you in France. Oh, bonjour. But yeah, I'm gonna give them a go at some point when I can afford to. Recently, I thought to get rid of my CE1 Silver Jubilee good, but I have finally Silver Jubilee plug-in. Cool, awesome. I'm sorry about you had to sell something. It's horrific, isn't it? It makes you feel horrible. Oh, Matt's Tube of You. That's a great name. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. So, love your playing and awesome gear collection. Thank you. Cheers to you. Oh, another one. Crikey. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate this. Towards your dad, Calvo. Thank you very much indeed. What strings I use? Diodario 10 to 46 or 9 to 42, depending on the guitar. Did you keep your 50s Squier Classic vibe? Which one? Hi from Germany. Hello to you in Germany. You should see about reviewing Donna guitars, stupid cheap. Yeah, I'm not keen, particularly on certain companies sending me guitars anymore. If there's a guitar that I want to try, I want to be able to buy it because I want to be totally free from bias with it. If it's crap, I won't be able to say it's crap. Well, if it's crap, it'll never appear. And I just won't use it. But if it's good, I can be honest about it in a video and things I do and don't like. I don't like the idea of being on like a product's thumb because they sent you a guitar. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm going to say what's wrong with something either way because, you know, honesty is important. But, you know, if something's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's something's okay, I'll say it's okay. If it's, I'll do, you know, I'll say that. But if it's bad, then you'll never see it on the channel. Do you plan to do any more Anders videos? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't run those videos. It's up to them. Honestly important indeed. Yes, it is. Good player. I think the British are better at rock than the Americans. I don't know about that. It's person specific. Do you think it would go well with line 6 FM4? Sorry, I'm obviously, I think I missed something on there. Good evening. I said that in a really weird way. Good evening. Have a G. Have a G with a cloudburst. Does feel like there's a trend of YouTubers bought it, make it nice one among cheap brands. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Do I have an OnlyFans? I do, but you can't find the link here. Dave in all positions. See you there. But yeah, there is a lot of kind of things. Again, I just don't like the idea of it. Also, like the paid promotion thing, I don't mind that for certain things. If my video says paid promotion, it's because I actually like what I'm demoing. But like Boss sent me a few pedals recently that I absolutely love and adore. Videos are waiting to come out. And that'll have to be obviously paid promotion. But I'm more than happy to do that because they're great products and they're amazing. Yeah, so 3 or 5 way on OnlyFans. It's only a 3-way, I'm afraid. Yeah, there's only 3 ways on there. I don't like 5 ways. Position 2 and 4 is weird. How's these innuendos doing? Are they okay? 20 YouTube. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. Like I say, and I don't really like doing negative products reviews because you could I could very easily put somebody off something that they would love. So yeah. Amazing. Yeah, that'd be so good. I was thinking of setting like an OnlyFans, but just my guitars, like putting like, you know, bras and stuff on guitars and putting them in like, you know, lewd positions just to see what would happen, just for a giggle, really. Booster preamp replaced jackhammer. Cool. I mean, see, that's a product that Boss sent me, the booster, which I really liked. That's a really cool pedal. In all fairness, Boss does rule anyway when it comes down to pedals. You can't really go wrong, can you? OnlyFans. That's ace, I love that. Everyone has different opinions and people on the internet seem to get that. Exactly they do, yes, and they shouldn't. You know, what one person's opinion isn't what everyone else's should be. What was the telly thin line? You posted it on Facebook today. Oh, that wasn't yeah, it's this. I'll show you again because it's, God, it's really heavy. It's easily £10, this thing. It's a revelation. What is it again? It's the RFT DLX. Got this the other day. I traded another guitar for this one because I wanted this one more. And I got the better deal. Not in money-wise. He got the better deal money-wise. But I've got a guitar that I love instead of a guitar that I was kind of meh on. He got a more expensive guitar, but I got that. And that makes me happier. So I don't care. Oh, thank you very much, Billy Joe. Got any tips for practicing bending in tune? Yeah, this one. This is just the old classic, and I do apologise about looking like Slash all of a sudden because this is really uncomfortable. Unless you are Slash, and it looks crap. Unless you are Slash. Anyway, one thing to bend in tune is to play the note. Say you're kind of like, you're in A minor, and you want to bend the B string to this note. Play the note first, just fretted, and then try. Don't play this. Don't play the bend. Do the bend to where you think it is, and see how close you are. So. So eventually you get there pretty spot on. So that's what you want to be doing. And you can do it with a tuner as well, where you can play the note on a tune. If you've got a tuner in front of you, you can have a tuner in front and play the note fretted so it's in tune on the tuner. And then again, pre-bend the string to where you think it is, because what that does, it gives you an idea of how much you have to bend the string, where it is, and it gives you muscle memory. So I need to bend the string this much to get a tone bend. I need to bend the string that much to get a half semitone bend. So, and you can use a tuner to make sure whether you're right or you're off or you're sharp or you're flat. How does Frusciante do the wah feedback sound at second breakdown? Do the wah feedback sound around the world. There's no feedback. It's just what it is around the world. I think I can get away with doing this. It's just the wah pedal, the WH10, toe down, and you're just playing that. Again, I'm got to look like Slash, so I do apologise, fucking stupid. But it's just that. And you're bending up the G string on the 14th fret, and then you're playing the B and the high E on the 12th fret. It's just that, with the wah pedal on full tilt. That's all it is. No feedback. He's not got enough distortion for feedback there. Here's some playing. Maybe in a bit. Training your ears as well. Yeah. I mean, that's what that does. Because you hear the note, and then you bend up. And you can hear that I heard I was a bit flat there. So I bent up to it. See? Helps your ears. Ears are important. Tab, not so much. But, still good, but you know what I mean. You develop your ear. Things become easier. Tuning pedal or clip on? Either. It doesn't matter. As long as it shows you what note you're playing, you're all good. Do you know any Led Zeppelin songs? A few. Can't play them. Not on here, anyway. As a Muse fan, do you know if a Court Manson for £500 is particularly worth the money? It's a good guitar. I've only had very limited experience with the Matt Bellamy Court. Very, very brief period of time. It's a good guitar. Is it worth 500 quid? Yeah. I mean, I would... 350, 400? 500 quid just because it's got Matt's name attached to it and a kill switch? Not so much. Good guitar though. The necks are amazing. The necks are amazing on those guitars. And the pickups sound good. But 500 quid I think is pushing it. Do you fix the van? Not quite. We're getting there. It's got to go into the garage again on Monday. So, yeah. Getting close. You weren't able to buy that white MG. Ah, no. Gutting. That was amazing. I've never seen that either. That's really cool. If you consider streaming on Kit, I don't know if I'm playing covers. No, I'm not really thought of that. I don't really do live streaming enough. So we do it. DH10 a DS2. Is there anything I can set my Boss Katana 50? Sadly not, no. The DS2 is just a DS2. Do you like Japan 80s knockoff guitars? Yes, I love Japanese guitars, knockoff ones. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s are amazing. You played a Music Man Cutlass? Yeah, I don't like Music Mans that much. I've only ever played one Music Man I liked, and I owned it, and I had to sell it to get my van fixed. So, yeah. Looking forward to the guitar show in Birmingham. Yeah, massively. Cannot wait. Is there any guitar body you don't feel comfortable with? Yeah, in all fairness, anything that isn't a Stratocaster, I don't feel comfortable with. Oh well, I tell a lie. Anything that isn't a Stratocaster or a like a Jaguar shape, so like anything kind of like this shape or a Jaguar, an offset, I'm not comfortable with. Telecasters, I'm not particularly comfortable with. Les Pauls, I'm not particularly comfortable with. SGs, 335, stuff like that. I can play them quite happily, but a Strat to me is heaven. It's where I belong. Just bought an Orange Crush Strat off Facebook. You ever come across? No, I haven't. But I really want the Orange Crush Les Paul. And Orange did say they were going to keep one aside for me, and then never did. Orange. We're going to see CC more on Andertons in 2020. You'll definitely see more of CC on Andertons. Me, I don't think so. But I don't know. Who knows? I mean, like I said, I don't structure the videos on Andertons. I don't do the videos at Andertons. That's up to them. If I get to go back and do more videos, cool. If I don't, I don't. It's up to them really at the end of the day. Like I said, I haven't been to Andertons since April last year. So, be that for what it may. It's nearly a whole year since I've been to Andertons to do videos. That kind of says something to me. Any advice on vibrato? Just give it time to develop. Vibrato, I think, is one of those things that you have to learn. It just takes time to develop your own and stuff like that. New DS2 regret. I know, it has a horrible feeling. At least they're not really expensive pedals. Wow, I went really fast. Sorry. Shame on that. Well, not necessarily. I mean, the thing is, Andertons, they don't need me anyway. You know what I mean? They've got Pete, they've got Lee, they've got the other guitar presenters that go on there. They don't need me on there. I'm the last person they need. And I still love their channel anyway, and I still love them as people, they're ace. So I haven't got really a problem with it. You know what I mean? And I've done more than I ever expected. Being an Andertons fan from the get-go, like, the first video I saw of Andertons on YouTube was how to sound like Slash with Rob and Lee. And I think that was their first ever video. I saw that video when it came out. And I was a fan from then on. And I still am a fan of Andertons. So if I did the interview, I did videos with Lee, which was a dream come true, and I did the Sounds Like with Queenie. And if I never went back again and never did any more videos with them, I'm grateful for that opportunity and happy that I got to do them. If I get to go back, wicked. If I don't, it doesn't matter. Anything is a bonus. Do you have, or you tried the SS? Yeah, they're not really my kind of video games then. But it sounds like, the problem with the Sounds Like videos is the last load we didn't do very well. And you got to think it from an perspective. Their channel has to do well. So, our last load of Sounds Like did really badly. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they knocked it on the head. And, if they have, they have. If they haven't, they haven't. Yeah. It's up to them. Squire never made a Bullet or Affinity Jag. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? Very weird. Very weird. Yeah, because they made the Mustang, didn't they? Ben Arson's speeding up your playing. So you recommend a metronome? I personally, yes. Metronomes are okay. I mean, I don't really. I'm not a fast guitar player. I don't really shred anymore, so I'm not really the person to go to talk about fast. But I'm not very good at playing fast. But yeah. An SX SST62. No, I don't think so. I do have a demo of an SX guitar on here though. I've got two actually. Will you do a debut 15 in Katama comparison? Maybe in the future. I don't know. Any experience with the J Mascis Jazzmaster? Nope. I don't really like Jazzmasters. I don't like the sound of Jazzmasters. They really annoy me. They're just really harsh. Any tips for the trills you play? No, they're very boring, simple rock trills. It's just. Yeah, it's just stuff that I nicked off Mike McCready, John Frusciante, Jimi Hendrix, and just incorporated to my own playing style. Any more solo music coming? Yes, lots. New album coming soon for the trio. You ever I don't get that one. Sorry, I missed that. Whoa, fast. I want to say Anderton sound like the Days from Show. That'll never happen. But thank you anyway. Are you still playing your synth keyboard? Occasionally. It's just through there. I did want to incorporate it into this setup, but for some reason when I plug it into my looper, it lowers the volume. How to learn trills. I have a video on that. It's called, I've got a video called Get Out of Jail Free Licks. And I talk about it in that video. I'll show you how to play it and how to do it. So I've got a video on that. So I'm not going to go into it here. Okay, again. Get Out of Jail Free Licks. Do you play Black Star Fly amps? I did until mine blew up and died. So no, not since then. Any acoustic vids on the horizon? Don't know. Oh, there is one. There is one, but it's not for a while. But I've already filmed it. But yeah, there is one coming. But I'm not going to tell you anything about it because you'll have to wait and see. Get Out of Jail Free Licks, just writing it. So yes, that's the one. I go into a lot more detail in that video than I can on the live stream. DL4 and MM4. I don't know. Favourite amp you've ever used? I've got loads of them. Boss Katana, Marshall MG, Orange Super Crush, Orange CR120, Marshall Master Reverb, Fender Tone Master Super Reverb, Fender Tone Master Deluxe, Marshall MOSFET 3310, Marshall VS65. I mean, the list goes on. I no idea what Roblox is. Order a new album now. Cheers. Are you still practicing left? No, I'm not. No. Oh, thank you very much. Be kind and cool. Too right. That's a great name. Here's to you, Simpson. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. You ever tried any amp sims while recording? Yeah, I'm not a big fan though. It feels weird. Thin Lizzy guitarist. My favourite Thin Lizzy guitarist is Scott Gorham. I love Scott. He's my favourite Thin Lizzy guitarist. Closely followed by Gary Moore. Do you still hate Pot Noodle? Yes. But I have a reason for it. Do I have the Doors? No, the Doors never appealed to me. I'll drop my plectrum again. No, I never really got on with the Doors music. They're very, very cool, but I don't really like. It's not really for me. Played the Line 6 Spider? Yeah, I've got a demo of one on my channel. I've demoed one. How do you bend like this? Push from your wrist, not your fingers. Your fingers don't bend, your wrist bends strings. Don't bend from your fingers. Bad for you. It'd be great if you could teach 80s hair metal solo. I don't do 80s hair metal solos, so I don't know how you'd even start doing that. Apart from like maybe sticking loads of chorus on. A lot of pinch harmonics. On loads of delay. You need delay on as well, don't you? I don't play that style, so I don't know. Bend with your knees. Yeah. Bend with your knees, lift with your wrists. Do you watch other guitar channels? Only a few, not many. Favourite Univibe? To me, it's still the one in the Boss Katana. The Boss Katana's Univibe to me is everything. It's just perfect. I love the way it sounds. Billy Joe, thank you. I appreciate it. Bending tips, Dave. How do you approach playing leads through songs with difficult chord changes? I don't really... I don't know. I don't really have a process. I just dive in, try and swim. And you'll eventually find your way through, but you'll hit wrong notes. But that's how you learn. You go, oh, that note didn't work, so I won't do that again. So it's just one of those things that, like, you've just got to dive in and swim, really. You just got to panic and just go for it and hope that you can come out the other end of it, at least in some kind of good shape. I don't really think about things like that, I just kind of dive in. I like that flying by the seat of your pants thing. Anything that resembles SG, Les Paul custom mixed together is a kind of guitar. Yeah, any guitar can be a metal guitar. Favorite Red Hot Chili song to play? Mine's Play With. Mine's Wet Sand recently. Any of them. Best solid state amp for 350 quid. Boss Katana. Have you tried any of the latest series of Fender? No, can't afford them. PV Valve King. Yeah, didn't like it. I remember we had a Valve King in an old hat, and I didn't like it at all. Can't. What have I done? I pressed something then. Can't believe it's true. I can't play anything by Rory, no, because of copyright. You ever thought about making a video about John Frusciante's budget? About John Frusciante budget tone? I've already done it. I did that years ago. I've done it a few times, actually. I'll tell a lie. I have videos on that. I've done John Frusciante budget tone videos. I don't remember exactly when, but I think I did my first one in about 2017. Or maybe even before that. I really don't remember. But yeah, I've done that before. Favourite key to play on? Any. All of them. The ones I don't know particularly very well the most. Like something like G sharp minor, for instance. Can you play the even flow solo? No, I don't know it. I've never learned Mike's solos really note for note. I never really wanted to. How long do the trio rehearse? Not a lot. Not a lot. We can't really because of the distance between us all. Someone hates strat tone. I go through phases. It just is what it is. You know. If you like it, sometimes you do. If you don't, you don't. Why do you? I don't know. It's just is one of those things, isn't it? It's like, why do sometimes we go like this when sometimes we like that. Do you miss PV Bandit? Yeah, I do, but not as much as I'd miss my Boss Katana if my Boss Katana went. You know, his between the two. I mean, that was the reason I sold my Bandits, was because I got the 100-watt Katana and the 50-watt Katana, and I just didn't need the Bandit. The Katana is superior to me in every way, but the PV Bandits are still legendary. Still one of the best amps ever made, in my opinion. But the Katana just beats it. Where would you rank your wah against other pedals? How essential is the wah? Very. The wah is very... I love wah. It's one of those kind of like desert island pedals, the wah pedal. Because I like doing... You can do so much more of a wah pedal than literally go... instead of it just going wah, like, runaway mouth. You can do so much more with a wah pedal. Like, it's really good for expression and also different tones. Like, I've done 10 to 15, 20-minute guitar solos before with a wah pedal on constantly, because you can use it to do all sorts of things. Like, for instance, like this. So if I start doing a solo, I can put the wah pedal, say, like kind of like midway, kind of almost money for nothing kind of sound. And I can use it to accentuate certain things, but I can also leave it where it is. Not moving the wah gives so much. Moving it very little gives so much. You don't have to constantly go wah with it. So, example. So much in that. And literally, I never went full toe down. I only went all the way back, heel down to like maybe halfway. And there's just so much in it. And you get like, it makes the guitar sing. The wah pedal, it's because because I want to be an expressive guitarist, and that's what I work on the most, is being an expressive guitarist. The wah pedal is just that one pedal you have to be expressive. Without it, it sounds great. Don't get me wrong. Just like as it is. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. But when you stick on the wah pedal with that, it adds an extra dimension to it. And also leaving the wah pedal toe down, all the way toe down. It's a Jimi Hendrix thing where you just basically leave a wah pedal on, toe down all the way to do solos. It's such a statement. The wah pedal is just is one of them, like I say, it's a desert island pedal for me. It's just insanely good. Favorite pickup position on a 5-way Strat, neck pickup. I don't really like 5-ways. I don't like position 2 and 4. It's ugly. I just don't like it at all. That quacky sound just aggravates me. Would you recommend the new X Mighty plug or the Katana 50 for headphone? The Mighty plug. If it literally does headphones, the Mighty Plug Pro, wow, amazing. Custom KG 100 or Sub-Zero, you can't go wrong with either. The Sub-Zero is dark, bear that in mind. It's a very dark sounding amp. The custom is a lot brighter, so just bear that in mind. Top of the evening to you, sir, as well. Athens, Greece. Cool, hello. Hello to you in Greece. And again, think about coming back to the wah thing, it doesn't always have to be in distortion. You can have it in kind of like dirty clear and just like really... It's such an inspiring pedal, the wah wah pedal. Could you build a board inspired like Phase 90 DS2? Maybe one day, I don't know. We'll see. Come to Greece one day. It is a Dave live. Your eyes do not deceive you. Do you listen or play any Smashing Pumpkins? No. I don't. Smashing Pumpkins aren't really a band that's on my radar. So. Come to Portrait. I will do it at some point, I promise. I certainly hope I didn't. Carl Martin, 2 Warriors Killer. Ace, I've never tried one. Best bargain guitar related item you've ever bought. Best bargain. Boss Katana. Squire Sonics. Squire Bullets. How many did? Hello to you in Indonesia. Are you a fan of Jeff Beck? Yes, of course. Hello from I've used Crate amps and what are your thoughts? Yeah, I've used Crate amps and I thought they were great. I think they're good. I love you too. What's the one guitar you regret selling? There's a lot. There's a lot of guitars I regret selling. My Red Revelation offset thing. I don't remember what it was called, but I regret selling that. I regret selling my red Candy Apple Red Strat. I regret selling my vintage Gold Top. I regret selling my Rory Gallagher copy. I regret selling my Dave Murray copy that I made. There's a lot of them. quick tips to tuning stability of the Strat tremolo. Just make sure your strings are nice and stretched in. Also, angle the claw in the tremolo cavity to be more screwed in on the bass side. So screw the bass side one in. So basically, the claw on the Strat is kind of wonky like that. You ever tried a Marshall 1974X? What's the 1974X? I get lost with all these numbers. I'm glad to hear it. It goes so fast. It's like trying to keep an eye on things is really difficult. Do you ever have any guitars that you didn't like first and then fell in love with? Yeah. My red Strat, my Candy Apple red Strat, which I don't have anymore, which is heartbreaking. That guitar, when I bought that one, I was convinced that guitar was cursed. And then one day it just wasn't. And then I sold it because you have reasons, but you know. But yeah, I know the guy who's got it, so if he ever sells it, I'm buying it back. You know, bugger the bank account. But yeah, you ever played a Meteora? No, but I'd like to. Squire Mini Strat, they're great. Squire Mini Strats are great. Marshall DSL and TSL, can't stand them. I know a lot of people love them, and the DSL is great for pedals, and the TSL is great for pedals. The clean channel's really good for pedals, but as a standalone amp, the DSL and the TSL plugging straight in, can't do it. It's a wasp in a jar, horrible. But that's me. I know other people love them. While before or after fuzz pedal, I have it on the. I don't know. I get told off all the time for getting it wrong. So, what do I know? Dan Electros. Dan Electros are okay. I used to own a Dan Electro. I had a white limited edition Dan Electro. Was it U2? It was cool, but nah, not really for me. I do like Dan Electros though. I've demoed a few. I demoed some when I was at Old Hat. Or this a demo one. That was pretty good. But they're not really for me. But they're great guitars. They're in their own right. Have you got a favourite rock solo? I've got loads of favourite rock solos. Ish Marshall pedal reissues. I don't really have an opinion on them. The thing is, Marshall reissued like the Bluesbreaker to Shredmaster, the Bluesbreaker to Shredmaster, the Governor, and the other one, which I forget the name of. I didn't like the originals. When I was in Old Hat, we had all the originals. I didn't like them, so I'm not going to like the reissues. Have you got a signature Oswald? No, I don't need a signature Oswald. I don't need a signature guitar. You know, because it just looked like this and just white. Mini Bluesbreaker. Yes, they're great. They are great. Yeah. We'll ever tour America. Hopefully one day. That'd be nice. Having the money and ability to do so. Warren Haynes, Vervin Bonamassa. Don't have an opinion. Simple riff from a song you've learned. Don't know. I'd have to think about that one. PRS guitars, yeah, no. It's a nay for me. I just don't like the necks of PRS guitars. They're a great tool. PRS guitars are. They'll do what you need of them. And they're just amazing. They stay in tune. They look stunning. And also other things. But they're just... I don't like the necks. And because that's where you are 100% of the time. Well, 99% of the time. It's a no for me. I would like to like PRS guitars. But every single one I've tried, from really cheap to really expensive, has just been a no for me. And I have tried them all. You should have seen some of the blooming PRS guitars that Norman had at Old Hat. Some of them make your toes curl. Should you learn solos note for note? Or use your own? Both. Learn some you want. If you don't want to learn them, do your own. Tried anything from Tokai? Yes, I own a Tokai Strat. I've owned a Tokai Les Paul. I love Tokai. Where can we know when your next gig is? Instagram, Facebook, and we have a website now. Website is www.thedavesimpsontrio, all lowercase.co.uk. I don't know why I said it like that, but I'll reiterate it just for the sake of it. www.thedavesimpsontrio.co.uk. See you there. There's a gig list on there. We don't have many at this point in time, but yeah, that'll hopefully change. Rory Gallagher albums, do some self-titled. My favourite one is Photo Finish. I really like Defender. I like all of Rory's albums, but Photo Finish is my favourite. The PRSS 2, yeah, I know, I need to try that. That's the new one, isn't it? That's come out. What time is it? Whoa, 8:15. No, I haven't tried Paisley yet, no. Another pick on the side. Which one? What are your thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. Top Priority is a great album. What mic and where do you place it next to the speaker? I have a video on that. It'd be quite a while ago, but I did a video on about mic placement and where I put it. So there's a video on the channel somewhere. I did it in 2020, so quite a while back now. I did it while I was in France, actually. Have you ever tried new MGs lately? No. The MG Gold doesn't seem to exist anymore. So, I don't know. Right, I think I'm going to have to call it a night. I've got something I've got to go and do. But yeah. I'll give it a couple more questions if there is any. Who do you think is underrated guitarist? Rory, Peter Green, Gary Moore, Mike McCready, Jeff Healey. Who else? Jeff Healey's insane. Jeff Buckley. There's a lot. But that's, yeah, only matters to me. Oh yeah, the new Gibson humbuckers. Cuckoo Land. Choose open. No, nothing opened up from the modelling show, no. Just the fact I got to play Paris Fashion Week on the runway is insane. Me, this ugly... I was going to say a big word then. But yeah, this ugly sod got to stand on the Paris Vogue Fashion Week. How insane is that? What pickups do you use in your Greenie replica? They're just the Wilkinson stock ones it came with. I don't actually know what the models are on them, but they're just the stock ones the guitar came with. Jeff Healey, he is insane, Jeff. He's just like an absolute monster. Yes, they do have Celestial speakers again, yeah. True album when? Well, the first album's still out now on Bandcamp. You can still get the first album free. We're going to release a live album probably around May time. Don't quote me, but somewhere around May, June time, we're going to release a live album. And then in October, we'll have a brand new album. We're going to record the new album at the end of February. So not long away. And then basically just give it a bit of time. And then we'll release it at the end of this year. We're going to also release a single soon as well. We're going to release a single off a new album soon. JS3, I think the Jet's better than the Squier Sonic. The Sonics are great, but the Jet JS300 is just something else. Harley Benton guitars. We'll see. Frank Zappa fan, to an extent, not all the time. Francis Rossi as a player, don't have any opinions. It's not my kind of music. He's not on my radar, let's put it that way. Right. Right, I'm going to get off. Thank you very much indeed if you've been watching on the live stream. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you so much indeed for watching the videos that I do and everything like that. Thank you so much. It really means... I can't word it enough how much I appreciate what you are watching. It really is amazing to me. Thank you so much indeed. And yeah, I'll see you again very soon. Next Friday for another video, if I don't do a live before then. Have a great morning, afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. You're all awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Goodbye now.